Evening all. And it's a Victory Friday edition of the Mizzle Dub Show as well. My man's here. Just got back from the islands. He's back in the mainland. So, very briefly, how was the Aloha State?
I want to go back already. My suitcase is not unpacked. So if there's a way I can get back there, I would definitely go back. No, but other than that, I enjoyed myself. It was a wonderful trip. Kids had a great time. The dates were nice. The food was nice. The people was nice. So yeah, it was the weather. The weather stayed nice. Humidity was a little high, but the water was also nice. I could have stayed in that all day too. No complaints there, but all around good trip.
Well, all around good trip. And he went to Hawaii and he brought his beloved team some luck because it is Victory Friday for his team and my team. His team is on the board.
Yes.
And well, he pleaded. He asked for something. They heard him. They gave Josh Jacobs the ball. They kept giving Josh Jacobs the ball to a tone of 144 yards on the ground, which I believe for him that is a career high in rushing yards, if I'm not mistaken.
You are absolutely right.
And they finally decided to let my Georgia Bulldog get some PT too. And
all he did was give 25 yards on the third and 4, 37
on a big one. And I was just to piggyback, feed your backs. Feed your backs. Take the pressure off the quarterback.
It opens up the passing game.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. You're on the board. How does it feel?
It was finally good to see them put something together. It's been multiple weeks they've been in the game. 2-point conversion could have put us in the game, or Derek Carr not throwing interceptions, but to see them from start to finish play a great game, and to see Nate House fly around, to see Denzel Perryman fly around. I mean, the defense was just outstanding. And to see Max Crosby get in the backfield, which he's always going to be in the backfield no matter what. Yes, the sacks are not coming for Chandler Jones, but he was getting there. So those will eventually get there. But yeah, it's good to see them get that victory, but let's not hold on to that victory because it doesn't get easier come Monday night.
No, it does not. We will talk about that when we make our predictions for Week 5.
Yeah, so enjoy it, because wins don't come easy in the NFL. So when you get them, you enjoy.
No, they don't. No, they do not.
You enjoy them and move on. So,
I mean, like I said, well, like we always talk about, 24-hour rule. You got 24 hours to enjoy it, then it's on to the next opponent.
Yes, but I will end this. I will end it on this. We and a good friend of ours, we were in a bar and we were about the only 2 Raider fans in there full of Bronco fans. So it gave me great pleasure to walk around that bar clapping, screaming Raiders at every of those Bronco fans that were coming up to me. So yes,
what was it all that you dreamed it would be?
To look at a Bronco fan and clap and do the Seth Rollins laugh? Yes,
and be an asshole. Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Even on that JJ run, I was all in their face, like, yeah, it's over for you guys. We finally figured out how to run the ball.
All right. Well, just to run down Week 4. Start with a Thursday night game to where the Bengals into the Dolphins undefeated streak 27-15.
Yes.
We had our first game in Jolly Old London, which was actually a very entertaining football game.
It didn't disappoint.
And it gave us another double doink, as Will Lutz double doinked off of a 61 field goal, which had the distance, but at the end, the Vikings hold on to beat the Saints 28-25.
Good game.
Falcons get the win over the Browns. Falcons go over the Browns 23-20. Another good game. And the Arlington Cowboys continue to win with Cooper Rush as they beat the Commies.
Is there a quarterback problem?
Well, this is what I said. And there were some Cowboy fans that were trying to give me crap talking about, no, Next, I said, okay, look at this. Look at this here. The offense appears to be a little bit more fluid since Cooper Rush has taken over.
It's true.
Okay. That said, if you're trying to rush Dak back, and not to jump ahead because the Rams do play the Cowboys this upcoming Sunday, but after that they play the Eagles.
Ooh.
Now, with that said, if you try to put him back against the Eagles, or 4-0 versus 4-1 when they meet in Week 6, if you try to put in Dak, and Dak struggles, and they happen to lose, we know how this version of the Arlington Cowboy fan base is. They will be like, damn it, go back to Cooper Rush. And I always say, Uncle Jerry will find a way to be Uncle Jerry because that's just what Jerry Jones does. I'm just saying, right now, Cooper Rush is playing well. He's got the formula down. And hell, unleash Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence because the defense has been tremendously solid for the Cowboys. Cowboys are, in a sense, like my team, the 49ers. They have not given up 20 points so far this year.
This is also
so when it comes to scoring defenses, they're both right there in the top 5 in the league. So obviously, you got a formula.
Yeah,
it's working.
Yeah.
What do you always say? If it's not broke, don't fix it. So, if Cooper Rush continues to win, to pull the Jim Harbaugh, right the hot hand.
But like you said, Jerry Jones will find a way to mess that up. It's in his DNA.
And not to mention, folks, in this same game, we have another award-winning winner of the Scott Mitchell Award because I just don't know how. It never ceases to amaze. And unfortunately, we don't have video. But I'm trying to get the photo to show the masses because you're just going to be like, it is priceless.
You can't make.
When my brother showed me this, it was like Scott Mitchell. I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh damn. I'm like, yes.
You can't make this stuff up. What we see it watching these games, and we don't look for it. It just happens.
Yes, but you really can. Come on, give me the photo. Where is it? Come on, show up photo. I need you. Come on, because the masses have got to see it. Hold on.
So
where is it?
Consider this even? But this is not the first time this has happened.
No,
it's not the first time.
No.
This is the first time that we will give it an award. So this will be the first that it was just so horrible. That it just has to happen.
If a still photo could ever explain the words, ladies and gentlemen, I give thee your Washington commies blocking each other. Not the star, not the jersey in white, but they are blocking each other.
That's almost like a
black jersey on black jersey.
Come on, man. What are they thinking? You can't make that
our
up.
Week 5 winner of the Scott Mitchell Award is the Washington Commanders.
Congratulations.
Or the Landover Commanders offensive line deciding, you know what? We're just going to act like we're doing in practice. Not a game.
Practice, man. Congratulations on that award.
Man. And perhaps the game. Raise your hand if you had Jared Goff and Geno Smith combining for 93 points. I dang sure. I dang sure. TJ Hawkinson, give me some points, dadgummit.
And I thought about drafting that young man. I looked at it. I should have. I know what he's capable of doing.
Yeah, both runners over 100 yards.
Yes.
Rashad Penny and Mr. Williams for Detroit is just running like he is just pissed off.
Well, you saw the passion
for a bucko and two. Oh yeah, DJ Metcalf. But you know what? We might have to give DJ Metcalf the other Scott Mitchell award because
he wasn't going to make it.
I understand duty calls.
He wasn't going to make it.
But you have to take an injured cart to go number 2.
He said he wasn't going to make it, player.
Gonna make it.
He wasn't going to make it.
He said the Al Roker walk was not going to get me there, so I had to get on. And I mean, he just looked like he is just so depressed, sitting on the cart trying to get. If you haven't seen the photo, folks,
yes, look it up.
You'll just be like, what? So the Commanders' offensive line and DK Metcalf are co-winners of the Scott Mitchell Award.
Congratulations.
That is insane. But Hawkinson had 8 catches for $179 and 2 TDs. DK Metcalf had $149 with 7 catches.
After he
Jared Goff can't play. Oh, damn it! Jared Goff, you can't blame him.
No.
Jared Goff threw for 378, threw for 4 TDs, had the 1 pick. And what has gotten into Geno Smith?
I mean,
who are you in this Geno Smith? Man has just been playing well. He was 30, 320 yards, 2 more TDs. The Seahawks 2-2. And I'm just saying, if the Lions decide to play any type of defense, they dang near could be 3-1, let alone 4-0.
Facts. But we said that we always in the game, though. That's one thing we did.
Yeah. They don't. They're in there to the very end. Hopefully, DeAndre Swift is recovering nicely because he did get hurt. Hopefully he'll play. The Titans get back on track. They beat the Colts 24-17, in which we'll also talk about the Colts in that game that was unwatchable. But Derrick Henry got back on track, 22 carries for $114, and Tannehill was efficient, how you want him to be. And it's a 3-way tie in the South with the Titans, Colts, and Jaguars. Yeah. The Bears lost to the Giants. The Giants, they're 3-1.
Play good football.
Brian Dabble is mixing in and playing good football. Well, and there's another guy that's playing some good football. Saquon Barkley is letting the whole NFL world know, damn it,
I'm here.
I am here. I am back. Damn it, acknowledge me. I'm here. The knee is just fine. I'm looking like the old Saquon Barkley that went to the University of Penn State.
And give me points, by the way.
Here are these carries.
Give me points.
Leading rusher. I'm going to say that again. He leads the league in rushing.
Just stay healthy, man.
Averaging 5.5 yards carry.
Oof.
I'll just let that in. Averaging 5.5 yards carry. But Mr. Barkley against the Bears, 31 carries for a healthy 146 yards. That's all I gotta say. Daniel Jones got hurt, but looking like he is going to be cleared to play in London. Yeah. But unfortunately, and brother and I have been fans of Tyrod Taylor since he was a Hokie.
Jesus.
At Virginia Tech.
He just can't catch a break.
The young man just cannot catch a break. He becomes a starter, gets hurt, gets a chance, gets hurt. Was supposed to be the starter for the Chargers a couple of years ago. They punctured his freaking lung or do something to damage his lung. And then Justin Herbert came in and just said, Tyrod, I love you, but you're not getting your job back.
Yeah.
Young man just cannot get a break at all. And actually, he was the guy that led the Bills to the playoffs to end their long drought before Josh Allen took over. So let's not forget that.
It's true. It's a tremendous talent.
Good break. Yeah. The Eagles spotted them a 14-0 lead, but then Jalen Hurts and the Eagles decided to get right, and they flew, and held off. They held off the Jaguars.
Yes.
29-21 in the Doug Peterson Bowl. And we kept, when he is healthy, when he is on the field. "27 carries, 134 yards, found the end zone twice," as the Eagles go to 4-0.
Wow.
The season. And they're the last remaining. Final score, by the way, between the Rodriguez Mustangs and the Fairfield Falcons. A little high school football there. And the Jets away to rally once again on the road. This time with Zach Wilson, as they beat the Steelers 20-20. Now, the Kenny Pickett era did start.
Yes, it did.
It was 10-13. He was 10-13 throwing.
Mm-hmm.
The interceptions were not his fault. They were both batted balls.
Yes.
And as Arnett said, it hit him in the wrong spot. Because a lot of those balls hit the Steelers in the wrong spot.
Their hands.
And thus it turned into turnovers.
Yeah.
But Zach Wilson returned, led a drive down the field, and damn it, Corey Davis. I have been high on Corey Davis. He was at Western Michigan.
You have.
I thought he was underutilized at Tennessee.
Yep.
And I still think he's being underutilized with the Jets. Him and Garrett Wilson can be a real big problem.
Yeah.
If LaFleur with Zach Wilson returning.
Yeah.
Zach was 18-36, but George Pickens, give me points, young man.
There you
6, 4 Bucko-2.
go.
Kenny Pickett will get the start, it looks like,
in
this upcoming game. Good luck. Well, we'll get to the rundown of Week 5 in a few minutes. The Chargers, an effort by the Texans, but they get by 34-24. And Justin Herbert still playing with those ribs. Kudos to him.
Definitely kudos.
Man, still slinging the ball for 340 yards.
Whew.
Mike Williams, give me some more points, young man. He had 7 for $120 as the Chargers go on the season to 2-2. And the Texans are 0-3-1, still looking for their first win. The Cardinals get back on track. They beat the Panthers 26-16. And
man, oh man, Kyler Murray was angry that game.
Yeah, he definitely was mad after losing to the Rams again. The Cardinals, pardon, 2-2. Panthers go to 1-3. Even though McCaffrey had a nice game receiving, 9 catches for 81 yards. And Baker Mayfield off the ball for the Panthers. Now this one here was very, very intriguing. We got the prediction right, but we were not expecting the Packers to struggle against the Patriots like they did.
Zappy.
And quote my brother, what the fuck is the Bailey Zappi? Take a page from his infamous "What the fuck's a Bad Bunny?" What the fuck's a Bailey Zappi?
He was out there performing though once they gave him time.
Or to do the Bobby the Brain Heenan. Who?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Zappi was 10-15 for 99 yards and a touchdown. And at one point, the Patriots did have the lead. They left the half.
But they left too much time for Aaron Rodgers. Excuse me.
Too much time. He normally pulls one and pulls a rabbit out the hat. and he just did. Lazard had a good game for the Packers. 6 catches for $116. Mr. Jones, 16 carries for $110. The Packers at 3-1, but they struggled to get 3-1, and all intents and purposes look like Zappy might be starting this upcoming week.
Yep, Mac Jones is not ready.
Sunday night game, the Chiefs go to Tampa and put up a 40-burger.
Easily.
You really couldn't blame Brady for this because Brady was throwing the ball efficiently well, but
no
the
running
opening kickoff fumble really fell doom for the Buccaneers, and they never looked back. But yes, not having Fournette run the ball was hurtful. And the ugliest helmet in the NFL, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, ran for 92 yards and a touchdown. And freaking Patrick Mahomes. If you did not see the touchdown pass to Edwards-Helaire, if you are a team of the AFC West and you're like, you admire it, but just like, damn it for making that play.
Exactly.
That's pretty much
should have been smacked.
What it is. You just have to appreciate the man's talent. It's tremendous. They're 3-1, still in first place in the AFC West. Buccaneers go to 2-2. And I kept saying this, and it always to be true. But I kept saying, I won't be surprised one bit if my football team has to come to Jesus against the Rams.
It's something about when they play each other. I
don't know what it is about that damn team that plays in Inglewood. But for whatever reason, the Niners just seem to get right against the Rams.
Yeah.
And it started with Jeff Wilson Jr. on the toss sweep without Aaron Donald.
He was out of there.
Back.
He was out of there.
But I'll tell you what, this defense that the Niners have right now, the only this unfortunately is D'Amico Ryans is going to earn himself a head coaching job some damn where with the job that he's doing, just like Saleh did in 2020 with the makeshift defense with all the injuries. It's just a tremendous effort.
Yep.
They've given up their average is 11.5 points a game so far through 4 games.
Wow.
That's insane defense. I mean, Matthew Stafford got sacked 7 times.
Wow.
7.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That makeshhift offensive line.
I knew you guys were back there, but I didn't know you were back there like that. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, here was a defining this pretty much was the game of the Rams. It was Matthew Stafford either getting sacked or finding Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
That was just it.
Yeah.
Niners get the win 24-20 or 24-9. And Talanoa Hufanga.
He read that beautifully, didn't he?
He gets better every week. He is
flying out beautifully. You couldn't ask for better.
Sniffing plays. The man has finally from year 1 to year 2. And Tayshaun Raekwon Samuel, you know him as Devo, just continues to just make plays.
But what was Patrick Ramsey? What was Jalen Ramsey doing though? It's like he didn't want none of them problems though. Like he didn't even wrap up. He just threw himself at him. Like what were you doing? I'm ashamed to say Florida State the way he made that time to make that tackle.
Well, he's definitely not looking like the Jalen Ramsey from Florida State. Heck, he's not like the Ramsey from Jacksonville.
Nope, not at all. He got paid, and all he does is run his mouth.
Burnt and becomes burnt toast man. Not powder toast man. No. Burnt toast man.
Yes.
But now, we move on ahead to week 5. And although he's happy the John Elway's lost. Don't get it twisted. He's happy that John Elway's lost. If you had the over under on field goals, this was the game for you. The Colts beat the Broncos in the Battle of Horses. 12-9 in overtime. Continue to happen in Denver, but I just go back to a play in the fourth quarter to where Denver was up 9-6, and they were running the ball with Gordon and with Boone. They were in their own goal line. All they had to do was convert first downs, run the clock out, kick it to the field goal. They're going to win the game because they were pressuring Matt Ryan all night long. Matt Ryan looked confused, and Matt Ryan couldn't get no time to throw the ball. And then, Wilson apparently just wanted to keep testing Stephon Gilmore, who is a former defensive player and is still a very good cornerback in this league. Yes. It was like, Russ, you choose to disrespect me? Well, Mr. Gilmore only had 2 interceptions.
Only 2.
Which led to Colts field goals. So the Colts bounce back as they get the win 12-9. And you know it's bad. And Broncos fans are some very good fans. Some of the best fans of football. Broncos country loves their team immensely, as three of the four teams do in the AFC West. Maybe they're in San Diego, maybe, but no, 3 of them. We know how Chiefs Kingdom.
Yeah.
We know how Broncos country.
Yeah.
And we know how Raider Nation immenses and lives and loves their team through the eyes of their fan base. Going into overtime.
Yeah.
And Broncos country was leaving the stadium. Now, granted, I understand Thursday night, it's a work night, it's a school night. I get it, I understand it.
Of course.
But the last time I saw Bronco fans leaving like that was when your Raiders put up 56 on them many moons ago.
Yeah.
When Jamarcus Fat Ass started the game at quarterback.
And that was Derek McFadden as running back, because I believe he had damn near close to 200 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. I could be wrong.
And that was the best game Russ ever played, because he was 10 of 11 in that game passing the football. But the Raiders put up a 50 burger in there. So Colts get some rest. Broncos need some help. But there you go. So, as we already mentioned, jolly old London at 6:30 in the morning Pacific time.
I will be up.
We have old school NFL football. We have the Giants and the Packers. I think some of us expected the Packers to be 3-1, but not the Giants.
Yeah.
But I'm still taking 12. I'm taking the Cheeseheads over the football Giants. I just think Rodgers is starting to roll. And normally when he starts doing that RELAX, this is when the Packers normally go on a run. But I got Green Bay beating the Giants. Even though I will say this, the Giants will give a tremendous effort, and they might not make it easy for Rodgers.
Yeah. Well, you know it's always tough to fly across the pond. So
yes, it is.
I still don't count out 12. You know, he's a bad man, and he just finds a way to win. Like you said, I believe it'll be a tough game just because both teams got to travel. But yeah, I got the Packers in this one. Let's move on.
Well, as we said, the Kenny Pickett era is officially started.
Yes.
He officially gets his first start this Sunday. Oh, by the way, good luck. You got to go play Bills Mafia in Buffalo, where there will be a lot of plunder. Bills Mafia.
They're going to make it rough on that young man his first start. But wait, hold on. Let me take that back. Excuse me. It depends on Najee Harris.
Yes.
Now, if Najee comes in that game and they have a good balanced running attack, it'll make it a little bit easy for the young man. But it's too many broken tables, and yeah, it's Bills Mafia. They're gonna make it hard on them. So I got the Bills in that one. Not even close. 17-point win.
Oh, he's saying more than 3 scores.
Yeah.
He said somebody will be giving up the sticks to Madden.
Yeah.
Now this one here is this one here is very intriguing. It's on the shore. It's the Chargers and the Browns. Browns felt like they let one get away against the Falcons, and thus they're 2-2. Chargers 2-2. Myles Garrett is scheduled to return, but if the Browns feed that Bulldog Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, I think the Browns edge out a close win. I'm taking the dog pound in a close game.
I need the dog pound to win. But that Justin Herbert, man,
It's special. It is a special talent.
The Raider,
even with
the Raider in me says go Browns, but the realist and the purpose of the show and everything, I got the Chargers winning by at least 6.
He's to go take a shot right now because he just picked the division.
Like I said, the Raider doesn't want me to do it, but if we're gonna speak, we speak the real on here. So I can't always be the homer that I am, which I want everybody in the division to lose. But when it's a game that you see that's possible for that team to win, you go with it. I just believe that Eckler might be a little too much. Herbert just.
And Eckler is coming off a strong game last week against the Texans.
I don't know if Keenan Allen is playing, but that's not making a difference. Mike Williams is stepping it up. So, and that defense is just flying around. I mean, except J.C. Jackson is not having a good season start to the season. But I just believe, Eckler and Herbert are willing to, at least by 6. It's going to be a good game, but hopefully the Browns do pull it out.
He's taking the Bolts. I'm taking the dog pound. Old school football in the black and blue division of the NFC North. We have the Bears traveling to the big ATM known as U.S. Bank Stadium to take on the Vikings. You don't know which Bears team you're going to get. It is Jekyll and Hyde with them.
Same with Kirk Cousins.
Just don't. That too. But if I had to choose, I'm going to ride with the Vikings. I think it'll come down to a Carl Joseph last-second field goal. And I think Justin Jefferson bounces back and has himself a good game. Like the team in purple on the shores of Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah, I think I'll pure myself in that lake, and I'll back you up with that one. I'll take the Vikings as well too. I think I got them by at least a touchdown. It'll be a close game.
The 1-3 Lions going to the 1-3 Patriots. Zappy versus Goff.
I got Goff. I got the Lions will put but there's no Amar St. Brown, and DeAndre Swift is not playing, but Williams has been stepping it up. Yeah, I got the Lions. I got the Lions by 6. I got the Lions winning this one by 6.
Even though the Patriots will be wearing the Minutemen red jerseys of their past, and those are some nice looking jerseys.
It is.
I'm going with a roar. I think T.J. Hawkinson will have himself another big game.
I agree.
I just think the Lions will get one number 2 because, like I said, they easily could be 3-1, let alone 4-0.
Yeah.
With all the games and close losses they have, but I think the Lions get by and beat the Patriots.
I agree.
Saints and the Seahawks.
Ooh.
Anthony Dalton will get the start for the Saints, but unfortunately, Mike Thomas is still out. Seahawks are 2-2. New Orleans are 1-3. Of course, the 49er in me wants to say it's beat the Hawks, but it's just something is missing with New Orleans, and this is going to pain me to say this. I'm taking Geno Smith on the Hawks. Oh, God.
Well, yeah, bite that towel. Bite that towel. Yeah.
Yeah, I need you, the Jerry Tarkanian.
Yeah, sip that water. Until Geno has a Geno game, which you know what I'm saying, because right now he's
I do.
having he's playing very well. But there
Yes.
will be a game where Geno Smith will show you the reason why.
Smith.
I said Geno Smith.
I'm saying Geno Smith will show why he's Geno Smith.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
hi, I'm Geno Smith.
Yeah, you will have that game. It's almost like your quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo could be playing good football, but then he'd be like, "Oh yeah, well, that's the Jimmy G we know."
Yeah, there comes the Jimmy. Oh no.
Yeah, but I'm going with the Seahawks this one as well. Until Geno Smith plays different, I just still see them when he's playing pretty good football.
Now, normally, when these two get together, it has normally made for some pretty dang good football. We have the Dolphins at 3-1, traveling to East Rutherford to play the Jets in a huge, huge AFC East showdown. Like I said, when these two get together, it never lacks for drama. One of the greatest games in Monday Night Football history involved these two teams, and one of the greatest comebacks in the history of Monday Night Football. Teddy B is starting, and we know when Teddy B is the backup and he comes into play, all he does is win. If there ever was a toss-up, this right here is a toss-up because we like what Mike McDaniels is doing with the Dolphins. And of course, the last couple of years we have been hyping up the solid train.
Two former Niner
Jets
coaches, two former Niner coaches going at it. So
two former staff members of the Niners coaching staff do battle. So they know each other very well. There is no love lost between the two. So I wouldn't be shocked if it was a low-scoring game. This is a tough one to pick. It really, really is. But it's Zach Wilson's first start at home. And I know he's got a lot of adrenaline. I'm taking the Jets by a field goal. Taking the Jets by 3. Oh, by the way, continue to feed Breece Hall. He is a force. Continue to feed that man. Yeah, it's tough to call. It really is.
Dolphins in overtime.
Oh, he says we're going to the 5th quarter. He's taking the Fins.
Dolphins in overtime.
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Battle of the South, Falcons versus the Buccaneers. Falcons will have no Kyle Pitts. Buccaneers will bounce back and home and get the win. That's all I can say.
Yeah, Buccaneers. Let's move along. Fuck Brady.
The Titans and the Commies in Landover, Maryland.
A lot of Derrick Henry Titans.
Jaguars on the road against, the Jaguars at home against the Texans. I think the Jags will bounce back. I think they have that bad taste of being up 14 against the Eagles and couldn't finish. I think the Jaguars bounce back nicely at home and retake first place in the AFC South.
Give me sunshine.
Now, here lies the Arlington Cowboys and the Inglewood Rams.
Oh boy!
In the late action slate, like I said, if Cooper Rush comes in here and beats the defending Super Bowl champions, I said, do you really want to try? Do you really want to risk Dak coming back against the Eagles when
messing all that up
has led them to a possible fourth straight win?
Yeah,
I think the Rams will bounce back, but the Rams' problem is that makeshift offensive line that's becoming an issue. And I think Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence might be feasting on that line. So I think it'll be a close game. I think it might be a competitive game. Oh, God. Again, because I'm going to pick the doggone star. Oh, God. Yeah.
Well, either when you pick, you're gonna have to bite the towel.
Well, yeah, because I can't pick the Rams because I want them to lose. So
Exactly.
yes, I'm going with the Cowboys.
I got the Cowboys by 6.
Battle of the Birds at the big toaster that is State Farm Field and the site of this year's Super Bowl. The undefeated Eagles coming to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Until somebody beats the Eagles, fly, Eagles, fly. Until
Agreed.
somebody beats them.
Agreed.
A very intriguing Sunday night matchup. Two special people at quarterback. Lamar Jackson at home against Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
Ooh.
And here's something that's been unlikely. Baltimore's been kind of struggling at home lately, and I really don't know why that is.
Well, and
both teams come.
They don't finish. They don't finish off. They always either give up a lead or something. I don't know what's going on there. And the defenses are normally good, but I'm going with Lamar. It's too much Lamar. He's just unstoppable, and I believe he pulls one out. So
I think the Ravens get off the schneid of being 0-2 at home.
Yeah.
I do think Justin Tucker will sing his symphony and kick the Ravens to a victory.
I see that.
And now we come to, well, actually, no, we'll do you last because you are the Monday night game. So my team has a chance to get right for 2 weeks as they play the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers don't know if they're going to start Baker Mayfield. They don't know if they're going to start Sam Donald. But as I've been saying, if you are the 49ers, you cannot, after being so good against the Rams, you cannot go to Charlotte, North Carolina, and you cannot lay an egg. You just absolutely cannot do that.
This is the game you're
Sometimes
supposed to
yeah, this is a possible trap game. Because like I said, the next 2 weeks, the Niners have a chance to get right before the Chiefs come to town on Sunday night. You're playing the Panthers this week and the Falcons the following week. You have a good chance to be 4-2 before the Chiefs come in on Sunday night. But it starts in Charlotte. You gotta make sure to do the best you can to contain Christian McCaffrey because he is a force.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Bosa is looking forward to get reacquainting with Mr. Mayfield again.
Oh, yes.
And perhaps there might be a waving of the flag
don't
again.
Start that.
So I don't think the Niners will get trapped. I think they'll come in focus. I think they'll beat the Panthers. So of course I'm picking my team. Why would I not?
Right. I got you guys by 10. Just
my team.
I think you guys will out a running game. And control. I think you just control the whole game.
Now we come to Monday night. One of the all-time great rivalries in football with the Raiders and the Chiefs. Now, over the last few years, the Raiders have played the Chiefs tough. And the Raiders are one of the few teams that have actually gone into Arrowhead and have actually won, let alone put up a in Arrowhead Stadium. So, yes, Chiefs are favored to win. Hold them until someone can prove that they can't beat them. But if the Raiders unleash Josh Jacobs, the Raiders have a good chance of winning this game. And this possibly could be the game that number 55 breaks out and shows the world I'm still here and I can play this game. I think this might be the I think this game might be a Chandler Jones coming up party. I really do. Because like I said, he's been getting pressures. He's been getting hurries. Hasn't necessarily involved sacks, but just like Max Crosby, the same thing, and he finally came through with a couple of sacks last week against the Broncos. I think Chandler Jones will get right against the Chiefs, even if it is in losing coverage. If they prove me wrong, hey, I'll be the first to tip my cap. Because like I said, the Raiders have shown they can't go to Kansas City and they can't win. They have done it before. So, but I definitely think feeding number 28 will have a lot to do with it. And I mean, heck, mix him and mixed use. Utilize your backs. Heck, get a Mirabula in the slot. Why not? And is a very good pass catcher. All right, sir. Break down your beloved keys to victory for your team against the Chiefs on Sunday.
Well, for them to win, I'm going to start with the defense. You got to have somebody always looking at Patrick Mahomes. We know his ability to get out the pocket and create on the run is his strong suit. So, i.e., is that going to be Jonathan Abrams? Because Jonathan Abrams should not be guarding Travis Kelce at all. I better not see him in no pass protection at all, because they're going to exploit that. They do it every year. Every year he's on the field, that's what they look to put Kelce on. So let's eliminate that. Patrick Graham is going to have to dial up something amazing. He's going to have to show something that they've never seen. I mean, disguise the blitzes like he did last week against Russell Wilson, where he showed blitz and then Nate Hobbs came. You got to do that. I'm not going to even speak on Max Crosby because I know he's going to show up. I just need the other people that's lined up next to him. So even if Chandler Jones doesn't get a sack, but just let Patrick Mahomes know he's going to be there. Linebackers have to be on point. I hope Denzel Perryman is playing. It seemed like he is because he was at full participation today at practice. He is the catalyst to that defense. He's everywhere on the field. So, and we have to tackle.
So would you say that Blake Martinez is strictly insurance? The signing of Blake Martinez anyway?
Well, no. I believe they were already going to sign him anyway because they were looking at him way before Denzel Perryman got hurt anyway. So, correct. I believe he's a boost. It'd be a good time to get him in because he does know the system. I mean, he was there last year when they played the Chiefs when he was with Patrick Graham was with the Giants. So that will help. So if they can contain him, the run defense has been okay. I'm not worried about the run defense. They've been there. They call it
and Cleveland. And Cleveland Farrell's had himself a solid season. The forgotten man about the defense, but he has been solid thus far this year.
Quietly. I believe we get Rock Yassin back. That's huge. I mean,
yeah, he has played well. He has played well all season long.
Yeah. Like I said I'm not going to speak on Max. I'm not going to speak on Nate Hobbs because we already know what Nate Hobbs is about. I said that young man was going to be a tremendous star last year when he was a rookie. And he's still the ceiling is going to get even higher for him, and he's improving every week.
Correct.
You don't hear Trayvon Murrick name. That means that's a good thing. I mean, he's just doing his job as a safety to last a defense. So just dial up a good defensive tackle. And, you're going to have to, Casey's going to score. So now this is where I flip over to my offense. Just got to run JJ, man. You see what happens when he opens up everything. Devontae Adams had another 100-yard receiving game. Darren Waller had a few catches. We get Renfro back, so that's going to be huge. Mac Hollins, I ain't got nothing but tremendous things to say about that man. He's been playing great football.
But here was the thing. Derek Carr actually used legs against the Broncos and kept drives alive with his legs.
Now, the other thing is continue that into this week because they're going to be pressure. We know that DC likes to stay in there and sling the ball in there, but he's also amazing on the run too. I've seen him make tremendous passes on the run, and he can get the first downs or just make it manageable for us on third down if it's a passing play and second down. But offensive line, stand your ground, hold that line. With all that said, if the Raiders do that and they come with there's never a perfect game. Don't force feed Devontae Adams to try to
appease him.
Yeah, just run offense. Feed JJ, like you said, get Zeus involved. Now, I am going to pick the Chiefs to win this game just for the simple fact of the matter that I don't think we're ready yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if we win. I'm not going to just say that it's, oh my God, we're going to go to KC, they're going to destroy us. I believe that defense is firing on all cylinders. Max is going to be in the backfield causing havoc like Max does, or like I was saying. If we can make them one-dimensional because our run defense is solid, we can make Patrick Mahomes pass and focus on Kelsey. I believe I'm not scared of Scantling and Juju Smith-Schuster. I'm scared of Travis Kelsey. I think my corners can handle those. Nate Hobbs can handle Juju and Mount Scantling. So, and I believe Amik Robinson is playing. Like on that video,
yes, he is.
Little man got activated after that little whatever Jared Judy did to him. So, Chiefs win. It won't be a typical Raider Chiefs game where it's a blowout. Chiefs might win by 10, but don't be surprised if the Raiders, if they have the ball last and it's close, Derek Carr pulls one out of his ass. Either a big play to Waller or Devontae Adams shows himself because he's under the bright lights. So, yeah. I'm being a realist with on the show, but the Raider in me, I believe we can win this game, but I still got the Chiefs. Just Andy Reid is just Andy Reid. But I believe McDaniels can dial up a good game if he's using JJ. And we use Zeus. And you know what? Let's establish the screen game. Establish the screen game. Let that pass rush get in there and sneak in a couple of screen passes. Because, even like you said, Abdullah, I better, you know what? If it's a passing situation, that's the only time I want to see Bolden on the field, protecting Carr. I don't want him running the ball, and maybe he comes out on a wheel route or something like that. But running the ball, he should not be touching the ball running. JJ, Zeus, we win the game. But I got the Chiefs by 10. And I'll leave it at that.
Well, a recap very quickly since the baseball playoffs did start today. Yes. The best of 3 of the wild card series. 3 of the 4 winners were the road team today.
Interesting.
So only the Cleveland Guardians, which just happens to be baseball's youngest team, was the only home team that won today. Wow. And the Mets paid all that money to get Max Scherzer. And Max Scherzer gave up the booty. No Vaseline. So, Guardians lead the Rays 1-0. We'll have 4 more games tomorrow of baseball. Tomorrow's going to be a fantastic sports day if you love sports.
Oh, yeah. All around. Good college football.
Good college football. A whole plethora of playoff baseball. Chance in the Cardinal season as they were down 2-0 and scored 6 tonight to win against the Phillies 6-3. The Seattle Mariners, Toronto, they get 3 early against the Blue Jays. Never look back. And obviously, the Mets giving up the booty to the Padres. The Padres had 4 home runs tonight as they beat the Mets 7-1. As the Mets will turn to Jacob DeGrom to save their season tomorrow. Mm-hmm. But quickly, as he turned to the sweet science, my partner and I, we just want to see one fight. We want to see one fight come together. We want to see Earl Spence Jr. go up against Terrence Bud Crawford. And we are tired about how they're close. Now it's a delay. We're tired of it. Give us a press conference of these men staring each other in the face and flash bulbs popping. This is the fight boxing needs. Mm-hmm. Even though in my heart of hearts, and you've heard me say this more than once, I think it's not going to take place until 2023 just because of all the different promotions and promoters and what have you. But this is the fight boxing needs. This is the fight boxing wants to see. Damn it, make it happen. Get it up.
Yeah. Oh, and I will say one thing. I'll really be paying attention to the Florida State NC State game. Yeah. I've been saying this for the past 2-3 years. When Florida State wins, our Raiders don't win a football game. Florida State loses, they win. So there's a chance I'm not banking on that because I do hope Florida State wins, but I kind of hope they lose tomorrow so the Raiders can win on Monday Night Football. All they got to do is win 2 more games to be bowl eligible. That's all I care about.
There you have it. Anything else you want to add? Is promoting Black Panther Wakanda Forever that is coming to theaters.
I can't wait
next month. But also this month, we have Black Adam coming to theaters. So yeah, bring that issue to us.
Yes.
But
no, I got nothing, man.
Again, search us in the search box on YouTube. Type the Mizzle Dub Show. Become a subscriber. Again, any subject you want us to tackle on the show. Again, feel free to type it and leave it in the comments. And you never know, we might have you join us on the show to be our guest to explain what you may feel about a particular sports subject.
Of course. Also, let the people know about your endeavor with your broadcasting, sir. What to subscribe
this
to.
particular week. Well, this particular week, I did not. There was no game for us to do, but the playoffs are coming up, so we are very, very excited about that. Never done high school playoff football, so that should be an exciting task for me. Again, if you want to watch and listen to yours truly do play-by-play for high school football, the website you go to is NFHS Network. That is the network that we do our high school games through under the moniker of B&M Productions. So if you go to the website, which you do have to pay for a subscription, which is $11.99 a month, unless you want to do the whole year-round thing, whatever your choice is. So any game that I do play-by-play on, it'll be under B&M Productions. So if you don't see a logo or a banner that says B&M Productions, you will not hear my commentary for those games. So you definitely want to be under B&M Productions on NFHS Network. Again, it's if you have smart TV, you can get it on. You can download it on the Google Play Store on your smart TV. Of course, any tablet, any cell phone, any computer. Of course, you can download that app also.
Oh yes,
and watch. So if you have watched any of the broadcasts, I thank you. It feels like I'm at home when I have the headset on, talking football or doing play-by-play. So I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed. Appreciative of the opportunity, and hopefully more opportunities will come my way. So again, the network, if you want to watch and subscribe and hear yours truly behind the mic, again, it is nfhsnetwork.com. But also keep in mind, you do have to pay for a subscription to watch the games. But again, NFHS Network under B&N Productions.
And if you want to hear good music, or good beats, check out Zordox on YouTube. Subscribe to that. You won't be disappointed with his music. I guarantee you.
Super dope beat maker in the house.
Oh yeah.
That's all I can say. But again, we thank you for watching this edition of the Mizzle Dub Show, as we are now going full-fledged into the autumn season.
Yes.
As we are getting that closer to Halloween, which means that we're getting that closer to the end of 2022. And basketball too, and a raising of the banner, and ring night. We'll see what happens when the season unfolds. But like I said, subscribe to our YouTube page, Mizzle Dub Show. Again, subscribe. We thank you for your continuous support.
Yes.
And like I said, any comments that you may have that you might want us to talk about, please feel free to put them in the comments. We will read them. We just ask that you keep it respectful.
Yes.
But we thank you for subscribing. We thank you for watching the show, because we do this for y'all. And of course, it's the most wonderful time of the year when the pigskin is involved.
Oh, yes.
So hopefully when we do the week 6 show, it'll be a victory moniker for the both of us again.
Hopefully.
So place your bets, enjoy your game. Thank you for watching this edition of the Mizzle Dub Show. And of course, as always in closing, it really is 12:05 o'clock. Some damn where.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
We thank you for watching. Enjoy the show. And again, For those that do watch the show and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We would love to hear from you.
Sure indeed. All right, brother. Great show.